Have you ever felt like your life is full, yet something still seems to be missing? You're juggling everything: work, family, friends, deadlines. But what if I told you there's something huge you've overlooked? Hold tight, because this story might just change the way you see life forever. Imagine this empty jar represents your life. Seems pretty simple, right? This is where it all begins. One day, a philosophy professor stood before his class, holding an empty jar. He filled the jar with golf balls. Then he asked the students if the jar was full. The students said, "Yes, it's full." Then, the professor poured pebbles into the jar, filling the spaces between the golf balls. Again he asked, "Is the jar full now?" And once again, the students nodded. Then, he poured in sand. The sand filled every last space, even the tiniest gaps. By now, the students were certain the jar had to be full. Finally, the professor poured 2 cups of coffee into the jar, filling it to the brim. The professor then looked at the students with a smile. He explained that the jar represents life. The golf balls are the most important things: family, health, your passions. The pebbles? Those are the other things that matter, like your job or school. The sand? Well, that's the little stuff, the distractions, the things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. If you fill the jar with sand first, there's no room for the pebbles or golf balls. A curious student raised his hand and asked, "But what about the coffee?" The professor smiled and replied, "It just goes to show that no matter how full your life may seem, there's always room for a couple of cups of coffee with a friend." Life is about prioritizing what truly matters. If we focus too much on the little things, we'll miss out on the big moments that really make life meaningful. So the big question is, how full is your jar? Have you made room for what really counts, or are you drowning in the small stuff? Now, it's time to decide. Share this story with someone who might need a reminder. And don't forget, there's always room for a coffee break. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more life-changing stories. See you in the next one.